I think for most people, they get to a point where you've built up so much resentment that people are things now. Okay.
Do I really need to have one woman in my life? Like, is it that important? No, it isn't. So that means I can have multiple women and I can have multiple options. I don't even need to put a title on it at this point because, like, why is that important now?
What's up, guys? Welcome back. So yes, today's video, what are we looking at, bro?
I'm seeing a guy. I'm seeing a girl. So yeah,
Bro, they're a couple, not a guy and a girl.
Yeah, no,
bro.
I'm just describing what I'm seeing right now. So let's see what these guys are all about.
Today's one is it's very interesting.
Guys want more. Understand a guy's situation. High school, you're a loser. Early 20s, you're a loser. You finally get a decent degree, you go work, you work hard, you go to the gym, you improve yourself. They tell you the prize is the hot girls. That's part of the prize of working hard as a guy. Materially in the world, that is the case. Now, all of a sudden, you're 32, 33, you've got some money, you've got some assets, you got an apartment, you got a car, you're mobile, so you're a convenient person to be around, you can pay for things, and then they're saying, you know what, take one girl. How? And all these other ones that say they want to be with me as well, what about them? It's like saying to someone, congratulations, you've become a billionaire. Yeah, I have one car. It doesn't make sense. And now people will be like, well, but women aren't things. Of course women aren't things. Guys know women aren't things. But women are still something that guys want to enjoy to the highest level that they can because they work hard as part of it. Like, that's just the way it is.
What do you think, brother?
It's hard to disagree with him. It really is hard to disagree.
You can't disagree with that point, bro.
Because that's what we've been led to believe. You know what I'm saying?
It's part of the journey. It's part of the goal you get at the end of the marathon, bro.
Because even in high school and other things, the gents that got with the high school hardies or high school baddies or whatever it is, you kind of understood that they had something that you didn't. Maybe they were more popular. Maybe they played sports. Maybe they had a really cool phone or something.
Like you sort of developed qual.
You do.
It's qual.
There's a bit of qual there, but then,
this is a big one.
The older you grow, now the more you understand that it's about assets, it's about value, it's about how you present yourself.
That's true.
So you go about this journey understanding that the end game is nice car, penthouse suite apartments at the Leonardo, and a hot girl, right? But then when you actually start getting close to the end game, you realize that, look, there's like the hot girl I used to like isn't as hot as like that other girl or those other two. Some not really, but yeah, like
majority.
You said that.
No, it's
majority of the girls you knew that were hot aren't hot.
No, they're not. They're not attractive.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because your eyes, you get exposed to a lot more. Like, No. Take this for example, right? The girls that were super cute in high school.
Yeah.
The moment I hit UJ, bruh, it's like, what was I tripping about? Like, honestly, I fell in love every day. Met the love of my life every other day, bro. It was amazing. First year was a vibe, bro.
It's a new reality, bro.
It's a whole new reality.
Don't you think to some extent, as a dude, your environment sort of sets the limits for you?
Yes. Can't even disagree with that because your surroundings play a part in who you ultimately are. Mm-hmm. And we are product of our environments.
That's
whether
true.
Or not we like to think about it.
Yeah.
To some extent, we can detach from it, yes, but ultimately we are products of environments. Mm-hmm. And there are some clear boundaries within your environment of what you can and can't do. You can obviously break out and do something else. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As people, we have ambition. We can always venture out. But yeah, for sure.
Do you think that's the reason some of us cried for Charlene? Because we're so limited. Yeah.
She was the only one available
at that
moment. No.
But think about it. I mean, you in school like for 5 years, bro. Almost every single day, bro. That's 5 days a week.
Yeah, you've seen her.
She's the most beautiful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's the only girl you see, bro.
Actually, yeah.
Think about it.
Your options are quite limited.
Yeah, they're quite limited. And you tend to think, oh, this is my world. If it does not work out, it's...
So then...
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
You're so glad what?
I am so glad we got to leave high school.
Oh yeah, imagine being stuck in high school forever. Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad we got to
Gee whiz.
get out here and see the reality for what it is. Like, the world is unlimited.
Yeah, no, the world is your oyster and your clam chowder or whatever else you guys like eating. But how about the point that as dudes get into their 30s, they abandon the notion of having a single, like just having one woman? Like, how what do you think about that?
No, it's the same thing we're pointing at. You remember, it's sort of like, I won't say programming. It's not. It's like your horizon expands.
I
Right?
see.
Your perspective
I see.
literally expands. You're in high school and you were taught. Yes, you were taught. Yeah, yeah.
You were taught.
You were taught, and you thought that it's good one person only. But as your horizon expands, you learn nature, female nature. You go through life, more heartbreaks, more disappointment. It's like a tweak. Something happens.
A lot of men make money so they can treat women like dirt. Oh, because we talk over here, baby. There are a lot of men who grew up ugly. Girls had no interest in them. They couldn't dream of getting a baddie. Used to watch from the sidelines while their friends got all the hotties. They got air. When they were young, girls would diss them. Girls wouldn't have the time of day for them. Girls would just, let me talk to your friend. So a lot of men have grown up with a lot of resentment for women. A lot of men have the mentality of, do you remember that cartoon where he'd be like, why I oughta? That's how they feel about watch when I'm up. When I'm up! Women, a lot of us, especially pretty women, we are on men's hit list. We are enemy number one. Well, actually not me, because I was a dead thing when I was younger, so I wasn't rejecting nobody. But you guys that were rejecting men, whew, we're all getting your karma now.
Would you say it's essential for a guy to go through that? You know, the early stumbles and hiccups, the early disappointments, the very surface level rejection, just to build character. Like, would you say that's necessary?
I think it is very necessary. It's vital.
So then, what about the people that find the love of their life on the first attempt? Like, how would they stack up?
Very lucky.
Like, how do they stack up in their 30s versus guy who's experienced some level of emotional turmoil and has used it to build character?
Well, I think it's very subjective. You see, our experiences are very subjective as well. So you find out it's working for that person who found the love of their life first attempt.
Okay.
Yeah, you find out it's working for them and they're in peace. That's okay. Then there are those who had the other side of life's hand.
Yeah, the flip side.
The flip side. Life called them in the corner and gave them the best beating that life could offer, bro. So I really can't compare the two. I really can't compare the two. But I think for the most part, it's so vital that you have to go through the heartbreaks, bro, and the disappointment, so that you learn human nature, female nature, and you somehow, what can I say? It somehow teaches you how to prioritize what is necessary and what is not.
Yeah, I'd say it gives you a lot of character building.
It does. It actually does.
Big time, because like you handle to deal with rejection in general. You learn how to handle difficult people, difficult situations. You learn how to walk away from things. You know, like it does a bunch of character development on you.
It does.
But then there's the scary side of it, because like,
I know.
what if, right,
Yeah.
throughout this journey, your give a flip meter keeps getting lower and lower and
That's
lower?
true. The thing is, I think it also depends on your priorities. It's like, I think we did speak about it, as I think it's the first question you asked.
Yeah.
As guys go into their 30s, majority of them, relationship at one point was a priority, but now they get to a point where it's no longer a priority. They don't see it as, there's no utility for it. Like,
So it's secondary now.
it's not. It might not even be secondary.
Oh yeah, it might not even be secondary. Jeez, it could be like fourth on the list or
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah,
even
yeah.
on the list.
And I think that's a sentiment overall.
You think so?
I do personally, excluding the religious side of things, right? Within religious circles, because they still encourage that. But I think from a secular perspective, I think that's the sentiment. And I think there's a lot of relationship failures, and we don't take relationships serious anymore. We've not come to the realization of like the utility that comes with relationships. A lot of people are still asking the questions as to why.
Yeah, actually, good point.
I think for most people, they get to a point where you've built up so much resentment that people are things now.
Yeah, that's scary.
I know it is scary. Can you see how blurred the lines are?
Yeah. But I also want to present a different side of it.
Okay.
I do believe that you can still go through that journey. You guys can weigh in on this.
Okay.
Without considering people as things, but then going back to the whole priority thing where it's not as important anymore.
Okay, that's true.
Right? Where
Okay.
do I really need to have one woman in my life? Like, is it that important? No, it isn't. So that means I can have multiple women and I can have multiple options. I don't even need to put a title on it at this point because, like, why is that important now? Right?
It's sort of like we've figured out the code. That's the problem.
You think we figured the code
We
out?
figured the code out.
Okay.
It's simple. Have your things together. Have a job. Yes. Have a job that gives you enough cash that you can sustain yourself. Have an apartment. Have a car. That's it.
The winning recipe, bro. Have yourself an apartment. Have yourself a car. Everything is nice, bro. You
You see
never
how
have to worry
ridiculous-
about the money.
But do you see how ridiculous that is?
I don't want to say it's
It's like,
ridiculous.
you remember how we used to play, you know, those video games that
Yeah,
you put in
yeah.
was it 2 Rand or 50 cents?
Yes, 50 Cent, the arcade, yeah.
Yeah, we got to a point where we figured out how to cheat the whole thing with 5
yeah,
cents.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just scratch the 5 cents a bit, and you could play the game, but don't be caught though.
Yeah, no,
But-
hey, bro, you get
But
into a
now
lot of
there's,
trouble for
but then there's an exception to this life. It's like, you've got your money. It's sort of like that, bro.
Okay, context now. Is it applicable universally? Because, I mean,
Majority.
majority, I can't say universally.
It's not universally.
Not universally, obviously. But don't you think there's a certain tier in the social hierarchy where it's not as important? Like, it's important, but it's not like the thing.
Oh, that's it only falls off when you're trying to build something sustainable in the long run.
Okay, what about if you don't want to still build something sustainable? Let's say
Then it doesn't fall off. It still works.
it still works.
It still works.
But wouldn't you argue then that these things, let's say the apartment and the car,
Yeah.
were the ultimate chick magnets, right?
Yes, they are.
Wouldn't it apply to a certain demographic of women though?
Majority, yes.
No, I mean, like, what if they got it already? Like, it's not. You know how as a kid you've got a new toy and then you want to flash it to your friends.
The ones that have got it already.
Yeah, what if they have like 5 toys and you have that one shiny toy and it's like, meh, case anymore?
No,
like,
think about it.
No,
That's
no.
a few.
That's the few. That's the very few.
Do you think also those ones want your toys?
I don't think they want your toys. I'm just saying the script is kind of being rewritten.
How so?
Let me tell you why. If you're gonna go I'm gonna get a good job so I can have a nice apartment and a car.
Yeah.
According to how things are set up right now, right? The girl's got a better chance of doing that first than you do.
Okay, that's true.
Okay?
That's true.
So that means she gets there before you do. She could get it at like 26. You're gonna get it at like 32, 33, maybe.
That's okay.
That's fine.
You still get there and you still play with the ones that don't have.
You still play with the ones that don't have. Okay, cool.
You're still winning. The formula is still working.
The formula applies.
Just with
but
the
now
different demographic.
you've got to change the numerical operator. Maybe it was a plus. This time I'm gonna Hoya Young divide there.
That's it.
And
That
that's it.
formula.
The formula still
the
works,
formula still works. It has worked even in the days of Babylon. Still working now.
It's still working right now. But then, okay, I've got a lot to say about this because like this is a realistic thing. Like we're steadily approaching, you know, those ages, like the twilight of
It
your.
freaks me out.
I'm not gonna
Scares
lie,
the hell
bro.
out of me.
Because like you come to understand the older you get, right? You've got a priority list, and then every year, you know what happens?
I know.
The relationships just keeps falling further and further down the priority list, and you're like, okay, you know, it gets to a point where you could be single for a long time and not even realize that you're single.
That's
Like, imagine that. you might not even realize it until somebody points it out, like, yo, bro, you've been single for 3 years, and you're like, wait, what? You didn't even realize it.
The thing is, I don't know. I took a Uber once, right? I think last month. Then this Uber guy, we started talking, because I like to chat to the Uber dudes because I don't want to get kidnapped.
Okay, yeah.
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 So I like to gauge off the conversation, yeah, if these kidnapping vibes or anything like that. Yeah.
So I quickly
Yeah.
roll out the car or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so I started chatting with this guy, and we got to a point where he really opened up. Then he says, you know what, my brother, currently, as old as I am, I'm not married, and I don't want to get married because I want to save my money, right?
Damn.
And he says, and you know what, if I feel like I need a woman, there's this chick who comes and services me. I just set up an appointment. Yeah, she comes through, and that's it. And I go about my life.
I mean, as crazy as that sounds, it's kind of like the new normal now.
It's actually more common than
It's more common than we realize.
Yeah.
And it goes both ways, right? Like, you do find some women who would be like, there's a dude for that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know, but do you realize that women are more inclined towards long-term relationships? They want something tangible.
Towards commitments, long-term
and everything.
relationship.
Men,
Girls-
not like that.
Yeah.
Hence, we can run away from kids.
Yeah, no, that's dark. I don't know why
No,
you
but
needed to think of that. But
I'm just telling you. That's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. Because it's like there's something within man that is not. I mean, a lot of ladies will agree with me, no?
yeah, I don't know. Ladies, I don't know. I'm just saying I have no inclination to run away from any kids.
No, I'm just saying. Hence, it's easier. For most men, that's not really. I don't think it was like that. I don't think it's within us like that.
So we haven't really got it in us the way women do to have long-term commitments, settle, and other things like that. So if, let's say this is a growing trend, let's say a lot of gents...
That's why we went to war for the longest.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't even think twice about it.
Exactly. That's why we went to war for the longest. You stayed there for 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. Why is that?
I never thought about it, eh? Because like you're literally going to war, like you could get shot like anytime.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool, I'll go.
Yeah. But woman, no. She wants to take care of her kids. She wants to raise a family.
Don't you think the way society is set up now, because I mean a lot of people would think those are stereotypes.
Okay, they think so, but evolutionary psychologists know.
Evolutionary psychology suggests otherwise.
Otherwise.
Okay. I mean, overwhelming evidence is one thing, but that being the case now, let's say this is a growing trend. Where does that leave the young couple? You know, the idea of a family. Where does that leave it? If more men are inclined to be like, you know what? I don't really think I need a girlfriend. Maybe I'll just have like a couple girls that service me every now and again, and I'll just go about my business. Like, how's the family construct looking?
It's bad. It's so bad. Like it's I don't know the nuclear family. I don't know if it's an agenda or something, but I can't really say because I do not know. But I feel like we're getting to a point where it's like they want to erase that. It's like we're slowly erasing that. It's like Project 25. It's 25. You guys can look it up. It's like the mices were placed and the whole thing. Then there was rapid growth in the population, right, of rodents, right?
Yeah.
Until a specific point where they started developing like perfect rodents who didn't want to
mingle with the other ones.
They didn't want to mingle. They started establishing hierarchies. Then with the hierarchies, the population declined. Then as it declined, it got to a point where they didn't reproduce at all.
Damn.
Then the whole population died out, wiped out completely, bro.
Do you think that could be a model for modern society?
It is. To some extent, a lot of people suggest that was a prediction. It somehow predicted where we're going to. It's like we're getting to a point where a lot of people are just becoming, it's like it's me, myself, and I.
Okay.
And there's so much like social hierarchies.
In light of that, I mean, the funny thing is that statistics suggest continuous population growth for at least another 50 years. So do you think that's like a far-flung idea? Like at some very distant point in the future, will have like a plateau in population and then an eventual dip.
There's a high probability because, I mean, the means of contraceptives are improving rapidly.
But yeah, of course, yes. I mean, dude, there's way too many.
Yeah, you're going to get to a point where you can stop it for the longest.
Yeah, like stop, like cull people so that they don't give birth for the longest time.
For the longest time.
Yeah, that's not unrealistic.
Egg freezing? You saw that?
Yeah. Egg freezing is a thing.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Straight up, people not wanting to like, get active. Like people aren't like, you know what? I think they said it like Gen Z or whatever is one of the sex less generations, or the generations that has had the least sex in the past. I don't know, however time, but the generation before that had way more sex. And the generation before that, the baby boomers are called that because that's what they were doing, just popping out babies everywhere.
Yeah.
So, with
but
every
remember,
success,
they came from war, though.
Oh yeah, no, they were depressed.
They were depressed.
Yeah,
5 years, 6 years. No, not 6 years. Well, I'm
5 years of
exaggerating.
war, and they're like,
Exactly.
Nah.
So then they came back, baby booming.
Exactly.
It was baby mountain all the
Listen,
way.
I dodged bullets. I think I'm gonna have a few babies now.
Exactly.
So no, I think if we follow that model, then it means that less and less people are inclined to make babies. That means if family is one of the reasons why why babies are born in the first place. Obviously, babies can be born outside family.
It can be, but remember, it's like people that grow up in a family structure are more likely to reproduce the same thing they saw. Then those that didn't grow within a family structure are less likely to reproduce the same. So there we have it.
Yeah. Then
so less family structure,
less families,
less replication of that, and so
less nuclear families, and
so it's a very sad reality. I do understand where majority of men are coming from. For the most part, I think it's that hierarchy and classification, and the means to mingling is high. The price is high.
Yeah, it costs to date, eh?
Yeah, the price is it's very expensive. It's not just mingling. It's like you need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things in order to start mingling.
So what about the people that say you don't really need all those things to mingle?
Then I don't know what reality they're living in. At least let them introduce us to their reality. Introduce us to your reality. We'll really appreciate it, because majority of men don't even know how to approach women. They don't even know how to talk to women, bro.
Many men don't need to know how to talk to women, because you could just go on a dating site and match with somebody and just take it
again. There we go. So you don't need much anymore. It's ruined it, bro. There's no virtue anymore. You're not working hard towards something. It's like, hence majority of men aim, if I get the money, endless amount of women.
I see.
And do I really blame people? I don't blame them. This is just the path society has taken us on. And again, it goes back to the susceptibility of people and just priority. Am I judging? No, I'm not judging. Do as you will.
Yeah, I kind of second your point as well. It's just a function of where we are going as a society. That's how
you used to call it an evolution.
It's an evolution.
Yeah.
It's an evolution, basically, of the caliber of men. And in the times we're living in, yes, it's a very capital-intensive world. I guess that kind of creeped into the whole love scene. And yeah, it is what it is.
You can buy love now, so
I think you've always been, to some extent, you could always buy love, but now you can buy love a lot easier than you could back then.
Yeah, you can buy faithfulness, love, loyalty, and all
you can
this.
buy almost
you can actually buy it. So, it's a sad reality, but I don't know. For you guys, I don't know. I guess to each their own. I really can't speak for most people.
100%.
So I really can't tell a grown man who's in his 30s, 40s, oh no, stop playing, stop me. No, it's like, bro, you've got the money, do as you will. But then again, everyone will live with the consequences of their own actions. So what will I encourage? Personally, I do encourage family. Establish a nuclear family. That's very important. At least you have people. It's like, what does it say? There's this quote that says, seek what is meaningful and not what is expedient. Exactly.
Beautiful words.
I mean, bro, life, life gives us a lot of meaninglessness, yeah?
Yeah.
And you just need to seek what is meaningful. See the growth of your kids, see them go to high school, preschool, primary school, high school, get married. I mean, I think that's beautiful. That's what life is meant to be like. Instead of like being selfish. I don't know. For me, I see that that's so beautiful. I enjoy when I plant something, right?
You watch it
and I
grow.
see it grow. That's so beautiful. Watering your gardens every time, just watering it. Yeah, watering your garden.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've got another meaning for that, but
Yes.
yeah, but you see,
I get
you
you.
see the plant grow up and blossom. That's beautiful. It gives you reasons why you should leave. There's so many plenty reasons why you should not be here.
Yeah, there are multiple reasons why you'd rather not be here. But yeah, I mean, again, life should be looked at from the view of finding meaning.
Everyone is a master of their own reality. So you create what you think is meaningful towards you. But I've stated what is meaningful towards me. And yeah, what about you, bro? In closing.
In closing, for me, I would really advise that men are brought up to display virtue,
Okay.
regardless of whether or not they're going to have a nuclear family, regardless of whether or not they want to have one partner or multiple. The key thing is, can you contribute to your society? Can you contribute to yourself? Can you make a positive impact within your spheres of influence?
Okay.
Then that's good. As far as what you want to do regarding your life, as far as especially romances are concerned, I can't really give you too much advice on that. My own advice obviously is also inclined to go towards the family route. Kind of battling with that now, because now you've got to redefine exactly what that means,
I know.
because it's constantly changing.
Yeah, it's
all
constantly
the time.
changing, yeah.
So I can't even be like, this is the ideal family path. But as long as we trained up to be men of virtue and we can make a good impact on those we care about, our society, our country, our families, etc., then it's cool. You can have 50 women if you want. It's
Okay,
all
I've got
good.
a question.
Yeah.
In closing, so I'm virtuous, but I have like 15 baby mamas who have like 5 babies for me
Okay.
each.
Are you taking care of those babies?
No, but I'm virtuous towards society.
That doesn't make any sense. You can't be virtuous.
No, and
towards
I'm
society.
contributing positively towards my society.
How? you have 5 kids you're not taking care of.
Bro, I'm building schools.
Charity begins at home, my friend.
It goes back to my point.
Yeah. But if I needed to be a virtuous man with 5 baby mamas, I'd need to make sure that each of those baby mamas are taken care of.
But they each have like 5 kids.
Each of those baby mamas have 5 kids,
Yeah.
so I have 25 children.
Yeah.
What business have I making 25 children?
But I'm a virtuous man, though.
Can I afford those 25 children?
Bro, you just said I need to be virtuous.
Yes, with virtuousness comes knowledge, comes wisdom, comes understanding, comes maturity, responsibility. There's a lot of things under that virtue umbrella. Those are the kind of men we need to have. Like, being virtuous is also being responsible, right?
That's what we should emphasize on. That's what
So we need responsible, virtuous men in
exactly.
society.
We need responsible, virtuous man. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a responsible, virtuous man, you can be like King Solomon.
Okay, wait. I'm responsible, virtuous, but I break a lot of hearts.
You break a lot of hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on them, isn't it?
No, I just go out there wrecking hearts.
Why do you go out breaking hearts?
I'm a virtuous man.
But that doesn't make any sense. How are you virtuous? But you're out here breaking hearts, bro.
Virtue is subjective, bro. You just
Virtue
said
is
it.
subjective,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm a virtuous man. I'm responsible towards my
Your family,
my
your community.
my community and my family.
Yes.
But I go out there breaking a lot of hearts, finishing
Go out there
people,
breaking
just
hearts
doing
and
the
doing a bunch
most.
of crazy things. How bad is it though? Who's affected?
It's bad. People are crying for me on the internet. Girls are
People are
always going
crying.
on live talking about me. Oh, he did this to me.
Yeah, they be
He
aight.
broke my heart.
Maybe I get over it. They be alright.
No, that's bad. That's not.
Nah, they be
virtue.
alright. They be okay.
Why? Why are you creating a bad name?
No, they'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Like it's character development, right?
What does it say? A good name is better than gold.
It's character development. Teach people self appreciation, and all that indirectly. It's character
That's
development.
bad. The thumbs, bros.
I think we agreed that you do need some level of rejection so you have thick skin. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Voila.
Okay, guys, leave your comments below. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. And don't forget to check out some of our previous videos as well. And we'll be seeing you on the next one.
Bye.
Ciao.